Hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Bryan.
Back with another episode of Buds and Suds.
So we're trying to be socially conscious here, doing a little bit of distancing and doing it outside, but we had to do videos for you guys. So we're here for you.
Fans, yeah.
And because, we wanted to drink Curiosity 93. Treehouse, coming up again. So we've done some of the Curiosities, but clearly we've missed a bunch. We have not had 93 of them, but we've done a couple of them.
Yeah.
And so this ought to be a nice treat. Thanks for picking this one up.
Yeah, no problem. So it's a double IPA.
8.2%.
Yeah. So they didn't include I just read the Untapped, the description. They describe flavors and aromas, but not the hop profile. So.
And from what they're describing, it sounds like,
delicious.
Citrus.
Neither one of us has ever had this.
Yeah.
Classic, just nice orange, light orange, hazy, creamy white heads dissipated.
Beautiful beer.
Let's get the nose.
Ooh, I get kind of a sharp bite first coming up. Kind of like a sharp citrusy bite on the nose.
I was gonna say though, we just had a spring from Treehouse, and this is much more mellow to me.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It's a much more subtle aroma. It's a little softer to me, but that's just in comparison.
Okay. Well, I guess what I meant by that was it's more sharp tropical fruit. The other had definitely some different flavors that kind of blended with it, but this is almost all sharp tropical fruit and mellow tropical fruit to me. Yeah,
and I get a bit of the herbal aroma.
Okay, I'm getting that on the back end, but
very soft. It's muted to me though.
All right, cheers.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's herbal on the front end to me.
See, I'm like kind of the reverse. I got more of the citrus fruits you were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's more of like not so soft for me. I'm getting kind of this mango, sweet melon, like honeydew melon, very soft cantaloupe. These very kind of soft melon type fruits.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that. That's becoming the predominant flavor now. The first sip was some citrusy stuff, and then after that, the first sip was a little bit of herbal hops, and then now it's all citrusy, but like you said, kind of the muted, the overripe fruit.
Yeah.
So it's really
peach, soft blueberry, and it's got a nice creamy mouthfeel, and it's not, I told you to remember that aggressive hop finish. Like this does not have that for me at all. This is much softer, a mellow beer, very easy drinking. 8.2%, don't get that at all. Everything's just mellow to me. The aroma, the flavor, the fruit character. If there's an herbal presence on the tongue, it's very subtle. Yeah,
I would agree. It was subtle up front, but then that immediately followed with the citrusy. It's all citrus now.
And this was canned 3/13, so
right about a month.
Right about a month. It's very mild. It's very easily drinkable. It just doesn't have a punch like a lot of these big IPAs have. It doesn't have anything that's just standing out to me. It's just very soft, kind of like bubblicious, like kind of chewy, or juicy fruit type bubble gum. Very mild, mellow flavors to me. I enjoy it. It just doesn't pop like a lot of their beers.
The question is, because it doesn't pop, does that make it lower for you?
That's what I'm thinking to myself.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. I think your kids are running laps. You have them running laps.
I think so.
Get their exercise.
It's good. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go 4.3. Like I like. It's a really good beer, and I would get this. But I like a little bit more kick in my beers.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go 4.3. What's your rating?
I was thinking just like you. I'm gonna rate it just a little bit less than Spring, but just barely. I mean, I gave Spring 4.33. I'm gonna give this 4.25, but just barely below it. But I can't go below that. I mean, it's still a really good beer.
So I had this idea. So 4.25, 4.23. So I had this idea. We have a local place, and it's called Mirror Twin, and this is out of Lexington, Kentucky, and they're relatively new. I think 3 years old, something like that, and they specialize in the hazy IPAs. And they've just been making some really good stuff. I talked to the brewer. He's dialing in the water profile. And so the other day I was drinking a green, and I was like, you know what? I think the Mirror Twin beer just kind of hold up against this. So I drank this beer. This one's Double Hazy But Lazy. So this is a New England IPA, 8%, with Citra Mosaic and Amarillo. And I was like, well, I know it's not the same exact hop profile, but it's a similar ABV. And so I just decided to have them side by side.
Okay.
And it definitely stood up. So I know we've had this conversation before about, I used to be like, I can't get anything here. I'm going to order everything. I'm going to, make friends in other states and get things shipped. But, the more breweries that have opened up, it seems like almost anywhere you go, you're close, probably some closer than others, but driving distance to a really good brewery. So we thought it'd be fun just to bring out this Mirror Twin. This is fresh. This is a little fresher. So it was canned 4-4. And we just wanted to compare. Like I said, they're not the same hops that we know of, but just, kind of a fun conversation. You guys have commented, but what do you think about the big name beers? And then can you get stuff comparable? I'm not saying this is better or worse, whatever, just comparable.
Right.
So,
right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You guys can see it. It looks
It's a little darker.
A little darker, still hazy, a little more orange, but let's get the nose.
Oh, yeah, I'm already jumping into it.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead. We're not reviewing
Okay.
this. Yeah. Mm.
See, I think what I like about the Mirror Twin, the Double Hazy But Lazy, is it's more herbal.
It is.
And I'm really digging herbal hops right now.
Yeah.
And we've had some of their, they've had a Mosaic and they've had a Citra that are almost all citrusy, but this is that's my jam right there.
Yeah.
I like that quite a bit.
Yeah.
But the point is that, depending on where you live, not that you live near Lexington, but if you live near Lexington, you've got options that you don't have to mail order beer. You don't have to find a mule to get it. And I'm sure that there's probably other local breweries, hopefully near you, that you can go and get quality IPAs without having to pay a pretty penny.
So it's funny. This beer now, to me, is much closer to this beer. Like I told you, I drank the Treehouse because it's softer, mellower, more mellow. It approximates this Mirror Twin more than the other day when I had the green.
Okay.
Hang on, just pause just a second. Okay. Okay, we're back now. So now I have in this green. So this is green. This was the one I directly compared it to, and this was the difference that I was telling you about. Let's enjoy a sip of green.
Okay.
Yeah. That big herbal, grassy,
it's a
green,
lot more herbal, no doubt.
dank, weedy beer, which is really good, and I really enjoy that. Okay, now compare that to the Mirror Twin.
Okay.
And again, it's all about preferences too. I understand that, but